Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Trending Thursday. My name is Glenn Tompkins, Senior Stock Market Strategist for VectorVest. Glad to be here. Glad to have you here. If you can hear me loud and clear, please let me know in the chat, preferably with VV Nation, to let me know that I am coming across loud and clear. All right, I think I'm going to put my coffee in. I got my coffee machine descaled thanks to Mark Norton. And now I'm going to see if my coffee tastes better and if it works. All right, Joey's in the background. If you want to say hello to him, he can say hello back to you or ignore you like he does most of the time, because that's just what Joey does. He just, Kiwi Meow is here. All right, got a lot of people here. The alert hasn't hit yet. I am waiting for the alert to hit. And once it does, we're going to get hot and heavy. I got a lot of stories today, but I think today I want to primarily concentrate on the headlines without getting deeper into the stories, because I got a lot of stocks to look at. I want to show you, man, between today and tomorrow's 6 p.m. video, I got an industry for you. that I don't know if a lot of people are talking about. So you want to know what that industry is? There's a couple of them, but it's the one I'm going to concentrate on today. You need to stay to the end. Before I get to look into your stocks, partly as I go through all of the stories, there's an industry that I want you guys to be definitely keeping your eyes on. All right, and the 6 p.m. video tomorrow is going to talk a lot about it. Looking at the color guard today, all right, looks like the alert hit. Looking at the color guard today, I got a virtual Christmas tree. What that tells me as a VectorVest subscriber looking at the power of the software is that the market is having a hard time determining which way it truly wants to go. Of course, you see a lot of yellow in the color guard, it's caution. A lot of green, it's time to go. A lot of red, it's time to stop. So just like a traffic light. Right now, my traffic light is all jacked up. All right. Danny says, told you to buy the dip. I'm still not sure I'm really ready, Danny, to buy the dip. Not just quite yet. As a matter of fact, as I look at the industries, our indices are mixed. S&P up. The biggest mover is the VVC and the IWM. Now, in regards to that buying the dip, Danny, one thing that we never told anybody to move away from was the Russell 2000. I am going to give you some more stocks from the Russell 2000 to keep your eyes on. That is one of the hottest indices. As a matter of fact, that is. And we talked about it yesterday, Ryan and I, on Afternoon Market Action. I showed the performance graph over the last month, which indice was moving up the most. And Danny, it was the IWM by far, moving faster than the S&P, the NASDAQ, and the S&P, NASDAQ, and the Dow. So, Danny, I'm not on board with buying the dip just quite yet, but I know what's moving and I know where you should be. And gold is not it yet still. I know a lot of people are talking about, gold. I'm going to talk about that too. Hello, Uncle Glenn. After a major heart attack yesterday, whoa. Did you wait? See, you talking about in the market. All right, let me do something real quick. None of y'all should be having heart attacks. Look at the market. All right, Danny says we should have bought the dip. Danny, I'm not going to say that again. I'm on board. Here was the wedge that we drew in Afternoon Market Action yesterday. We broke through to the bottom. Right now, with the price action, we're actually back in the wedge, Danny. We're back in the wedge. All right. Does that mean I'm ready to be full bore go? No, I got a wick at the top of this. Not a big wick, but I got some pullback going with today. One day doesn't make a trend. What's up, Mark? Mark, by the way, one, I got the coffee. Two, I used the descaler stuff. The problem is, though, after I ran it through, I don't know if I still got the descaler stuff in my coffee, because my coffee don't taste so good. So I did it more and more. I'm going to take a look at it again. But was I supposed to use that whole thing of descaler? Because if I wasn't, that might have been the problem. It had no instructions about how much of it to use. I used a whole bottle of it. So I don't know. All right. So I'm looking. Mark, are you still here? The other Mark. Not Mark. Danny, you still here? I'm watching. I'm not gonna say, and we are coming off a level of support. We are coming back off a level of support. We're back in the wedge. I'm not feeling the whole idea of buying the dip, knowing that from that high, the market overall is still downtrending. I'm not sure yet, but there's a possibility, Danny, that you are right. We are bouncing off of a level of support. I'd keep my eyes on it. But again, in today's session, I am going to talk about something that you guys as an industry need to be in. Mark said he's driving. All right. With that, let's get into my stories. I'm going to get into my that's the wrong set. Oh man, did I don't think I did. There we go. And let's go to stories. Again, I got a lot of stories today in regards to everything. So I'm going to pretty much concentrate on the headlines. Initial jobless claims fall by 10,000 to 235,000. Means less people are looking for jobs, which means, and you know something, I'm getting to the point with the jobs information, with the job numbers, they're going to be adjusted again. And so I'm not putting a lot of heavy emphasis on the jobs because they're going to keep moving around. But if people are working, that's good for the economy, right? Now, let's talk about the next big story. U.S. GDP speeds up to 2.8% growth. That's a big jump. All right, that's a jump more than expected in the gross domestic product. It means that we're selling stuff, we're making stuff, we're making money. These things, both of those, whether it's job or GDP, PCE comes out tomorrow. We'll see how that comes out. I still think it makes it tough for the Fed to cut interest rates if the economy is doing okay. It may not be knocking doors down. It may have slowed down, which was the job of the Fed, but the economy doesn't warrant a cut. All right, it doesn't. There it is. There's your answer, Akshaya. All right, I'm looking at everybody and their mama talking about there's going to be a cut, there's going to be a cut, there's going to be a cut. We still got a month and then some, probably a little bit more than a month worth of data to come out to tell us if we're going to get a cut or not. I still don't see it. I'm looking at this. I'm looking at the jobs number, even though I'm not putting a whole lot of emphasis on the job number because they keep rearranging it. I'm still, and you know something? This name keeps coming up. All right, and I don't know who the flying flip Tom Lee is, but he's getting a lot of FaceTime on the socials. He's getting a lot of FaceTimes. I don't know a lot about him, but now I saw a story. It said that there's still a move in the small caps. Then I've already said that I think that the small caps can run up until September when the decision is made about interest rates. I think that the small cap has time to move up until September. 40%. I'm sort of kind of on board with that. With the I don't know if I'm going to say it's going to be up 40%. I think it's got some more upside. I think it's got more good upside. Ryan's video last night talked about small cap stops. If you haven't watched it, please go watch it. I think that's my second hottest space to be. Small caps, and then my other industry that I'm going to talk about. I'm going to talk about today. Mark says, I thought you were driving, Mark. So you're driving. Stan says, I don't know a whole lot about Tom Lee. All I know is that his name, I saw it, Joey. I saw that. I know that his name and face is popping up all over. And we'll see. I got you. I'm watching that. I'm keeping my eyes on that. Now, as a matter of fact, I'm leaving that there because I don't want what you got going up there for Mark to show. Oh, you can't highlight. Oh, you pinned it. But they can't see it. All right, so there we go. Small cap. T, you just stole my thunder. Now I'm mad at you. You just stole my thunder. That is, by the way, that is totally my other industry right now is defense. Man, I am so mad at you, T. But those are my two places to be. Those are my two places to be in the stock market right now. Asif says his call on the S&P is good. Akshaya says Rick Santelli is your friend. I listen to Rick Santelli. Rick Santelli shoots, it tells you straight from the hip. All right. T says you didn't have to confirm it. I had to because that's what it was. That's my other industry. All right. So I'm looking at both of these first two stories in regards to the economics. I'm still not thinking that it's going to be a rate cut in September still. We'll see. All right, let's get to my next few stories. EV watch. Tesla skids 12% on concerns over stalling auto business. I've not been a fan of EVs for a little bit because a lot of the major car dealers have been putting out stories that they're having a hard time selling EVs. What's moving more on their lots is the hybrids. But Tesla skids, and he put out a lot of cars, tried to put out a lot of cars fighting with China. I don't know. Hold on. And then I got Rivian and Lucid also falling. The EV space right now might be coming to a little bit of a stall. I'm not a big fan outside of Tesla. I'm not a big fan of EVs right now, no matter who they are. All right. Talking about EV space, how about this? Warren Buffett, Berkshire, trims its BYD stake to under 5%. So not only are the EV companies having a hard time selling the cars, the biggest investors behind them, or one of the biggest investors behind them, is pulling out of it as well. I think the EV space is going to be in for a little bit of a hurt for a little bit. Ford profitability skids. Again, EV losses. All three of those stories were in line to really pound in. The EV space might be under some selling pressure in a big way. And even though I know Tesla leads the field in this, I think that they're going to feel it as well. All right, they're going to feel it as well. T, I will throw the attaboy at you for being on the ball since Glenn says you stole his stuff. He did, Janice. He stole my thunder. All right. Luis says he's an analyst, comes out a lot on CNBC. Someone says that he's a perma bull. And you know me, when it's time to be bearish, I'm going to be bearish. So I'm not on the mindset that, markets don't go up all the time, just like markets don't go down all the time. But you know something? Markets go down faster than they go up, and more money is made on the downside than on the upside. If you don't already know that, you know that. Martin says, not to be political, but if Trump wins, EV is toast. And not being political, you're right. You're absolutely right. Glenn, I am lightning as you are to thunder. Oh, there you go. Neil says 80 million voted for the middle class. I'm not going down that way. I'm not going to be that. You said perma bull long term. All right. Let's go to my next story. Let's talk about some earnings. RTX surpasses quarter two estimates, raises its outlook. This is a big reason why defense is heavy for me right now and why you need to look at it. Spotify, solid earnings story is music to Goldman's ears, ups ratings to buy. We're going to take a look at that. I know that Spotify not only is good in the virtual music, but also in the AI space. So I do like Spotify as well. Like to see that they beat earnings. Harley Davidson beat earnings. They beat by 25 cents and they beat revenue by 350 million. Man, oh man, I'm not a bike kind of guy, but Harley Davidson is a solid company and it has always been. Tonex, a company that a blast from the past. Hi, John. Tonex is a stock that I've liked over the past couple of years when it was doing fibromyalgia stuff, and then it got into COVID stuff. And now I like this story. Tonex gains on FDA fast track tag for pain therapy. And it's non-opioid pain therapy. This could be very huge for Tonex Pharmaceuticals. This could be very huge for them. All right. How about the GLP-1 space? Viking sends Lilly and Novo lower as obesity drug enters late stage program. This is the second stock recently to get into the GLP-1 space. The last one I showed you was Roche, RBBYHWKLW Cincinnati. I forget. It's got like 5 letters in it. And now Viking. All right. the space is looked at to be a $1 trillion growth space in the next couple of years. That's another space that I want you to keep your eyes on, is the GLP-1 space, weight loss drugs. My only problem is with that, I don't know what the side effects are long-term with these drugs. At some point in time, we're going to see, and it's going to probably be, have you taken Wegovy or blah, 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 and have you lost your eyelashes and your eyebrows? Well, if so, you may be, it'll be, I don't know. That's my only concern about these drugs, is that I don't know what the long-term effect. There it is. Thank you, Janice. RHHBY. That drug came in to the race for GLP-1 stocks in the last week or so, and now Viking is in there. I still like Lilly and Novo Nordisk. Those are my two best drugs in that space. But there's other drugs. You know why? It's going to be a big space. A lot of money is set to be made in them, and a lot of other companies are jumping on board. So that's a third space that I want you to keep your eyes on. And I've got a watch list, or I think I even have a portfolio, we'll see, of these drugs. Next one, shipping. Transocean scores big day rates and contract extensions, including one at $580,000. Is shipping back on the pace to start moving again? I don't know yet. This is just the beginning. That is something I'm going to keep my eyes on. I'm not telling you to jump on board with shipping stocks just quite yet, but this is big news for Transocean. Next one, another reason why I'm in the defense space. Northrop Grumman raises 2024 guidance. Why? Because they know that they're going to play a role in our military in growing stuff. Now, Riggers Oil, it is, but also shipping. In both, shipping for oil. All right, so I hear you. Where is GLP? Where is GLP and VV7? Shalish, I've made a watch list of GLP-1 stocks for you guys for the channel, and then I am tracking a portfolio for you guys on the channel. I'll take a look at both of them. Jazz says, go rig. All right. Danny says, bought it over a year ago, Viking. We've shown a couple of opportunities where Viking outside of GLP-1 has made some moves. Tom Lee is a very popular because 90% of his stock Marshall predictions come to fruition. Okay. Again, all I'm saying is I've seen his name pop up recently everywhere. Everywhere. I haven't looked at much of him on YouTube. But I think I might have to start just to take a look at him. And thank you for that, Chihioki. Hopefully I said that right. Chihioki. Give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down on that pronunciation. All right. All right. What did John say? He is the strangest. Here, he has the strangest. Who's got the strangest? Tom Lee has a better track record than most. Okay. Again, fine. You know something? How many times have I said, and I've asked this question, how many of you ain't got to answer this question, but how many of you have put your trust in a talking head that eventually lost you a lot of money? You guys answered that question before, which is why I never want to be considered a talking head. Ever, 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 ever. I never want to be a talking head. I try hard not to prognosticate. And Akshaya, you're probably the only person in here that's got a zero. If you've said that there's never been somebody that you followed that didn't lose your money. Because the last time I asked that question, just about everyone who answered with a 1 that there was not ignoring there you go. Bill says ignore the talking heads mostly. And I'm you guys, we did, there was an interview done while we were in New York. Linda Royer was part of it. And one of the biggest things that came out of it for me was community. And knowing who's in your community, knowing who you follow, that kind of thing is important. All right. And it brings me back to that tidbit of the conversation. All right. Now, I'm going to wrap up the headlines with another story of why I'm heavily looking at defense. The U.S. Navy carrier strike group fired nearly 800 missiles and bombs during its Red Sea fight against the Houthis. That was the Dwight D. Eisenhower. They were out there for like 9 months. I think they were in the Middle East for 9 months. That's a lot of missiles, folks. And guess what? They got to all be replaced, don't they? And in order to get them replaced, the Lockheed Martins, the Northrop Grummons, the Raytheons are going to get the contracts to make these, make up what was shot. Not only that, all of this stuff that we sent over to Ukraine is going to have to be replaced. This is why I've got a heavy argument about being in the defense space, folks. All right. And Joe, you're also right in regards to a change in administration is going to be extremely beneficial to defense stocks. An expert is someone who guesses right 3 times in a row. See, now that's why I don't want to be an expert. You know what? I don't want to be an expert. Big Ramjet says, ignoring you when you sell NVDL cost me huge. You talking about me, Big Ramjet? Did you talking about me? And if so, I let you know when I was in it, and I let you know when I got out of it. Wait a minute. I want this to be clear, Big Ramjet. Was I clear on what I was doing with NVIDIA while I was in it? Type a yes or no. Type a yes or no in the room. Any stock that I own, I try to be super clear on what I'm doing and how I trade it, because that's another reason why I tell you what stocks I own. That's another reason why I go out of the way to make sure that I tell you what stocks I own. And then what I'm looking at when I tell you, man, this happened and I took my profit on the top. So I am huge on that, because I am looked at as an influencer, that I want to make sure that you guys know that I'm never trying to pump nothing. I try very hard to let you know. And as a matter of fact, let me open up another. Hold on. As I'm saying that, I want to do that now. Let's go here. I want to tell you what I own. I think I only own 4 stocks right now. Talking about that. Let me bring this up real quick. I'm up a little bit on my stocks today, which is a good thing. I only own, let's go see. I picked up Dynavax. I'm in DVAX. Of course, I'm still in Palantir. I picked up, because I'm heavy into this defense space, I picked up DFEN yesterday, and I'm still in KRE. Those are the only 4 stocks that I own right now. I own a drug company, DVAX. I'm up about 0.75%. Palantir, I'm down about 2.5%. The DFEN play, DFEN, I'm up 3%. And on the regional banking ETF, I'm up 8.5%. So that's what I got. Oh, did I misread his post? Oh, I'm sorry, Paul. I'm sorry if I did. I apologize. We can see your account. No, you couldn't see my account. My account was on a different. You couldn't see my account. He's saying that. No. Hey, Glenn, he wasn't blaming you. He said that he ignored you and it cost him. Oh, so I did read it wrong. All right, but I wasn't combative, right? I always want to make sure that I'm on the up and up with my plays. I just want to make sure that I'm on the up and up with my plays. Okay, then never mind, Jet. I got you. But I'm big on that, folks. I talk a lot. I talk about a lot of stocks. I'm big on that. I don't ever want anybody to think that I'm pumping or dumping a stock ever. All right. Many people, I forgot their name, have made me lose huge money on shorts. I didn't listen to no one except you and IBD. There you go. All right. One last thing before we get into the software. We've got a portfolio challenge coming up. The VectorVest portfolio challenge. It's free. All right. Keywords there. It's free. Do you have bad stocks have the bad stocks removed from your portfolio, which is great. A lot of people, Amir, need to make that happen. Know which are the best stocks to buy, know when to buy them, and we're going to be there to guide you through this every step of the way. It's free. It's free. Write this down, www.vectorvest.com/PC, Papa Charlie, PC. Take the challenge. It's free. It's going to be August 7th. We're going to be presenting a free portfolio cleanup and setup challenge. Look at that, folks. A lot of you may be in that same spot right now. You need to get through. You need to do some cleaning on your portfolio, and we're going to help you set it up going forward. So again, what defense stock? DFEN, Delta, Foxtrot, Echo, November, DFEN. All right, so I'm going to talk about that. But this is brand new, free. Thank you, Joey. Joey put the link in there. We want you to sign up for it. It's free. There's a lot going on in here. 5 steps here. Become an expert at stock analysis. Know when to sell and weed the bad stocks from your portfolio. Know when to buy and put probability on your side. That's key. Look at that. You see that, Amir? Know when to buy and when to put probability on your side. Know what to buy and cherry pick great candidates. Simplify your day with a 10-minute management plan. All right, www. There's no catch, Manny. What catch? There's no catch. It's free. This is it. All right, and then you register for it. It looks like, Joey, is this a half-day event? Sure. It is a half. So there's no catch. There's no catch. You take this free webcast, and then we have an event coming up that you can take advantage of. That's it in a nutshell, right, Joey?
Yep, it's free on August 7th.
And there you go. That's it. So register, write it. Joey can put the link. If you don't want to do it right now, save the link, register for it. It's free. Listen, if you don't take it, it's free. Okay. Thank you, Charles. That's the stock. All right. I don't know why I had to yell at you because, sometimes it's like pulling teeth to get you guys to do stuff. It's free. Joey, why is all of this over here? Is that me? Is that normal?
I don't see nothing.
Oh, maybe it's just me. Okay. So we're going to start back off with the, free sometimes means not. No, Manny, it's free. You got to know when to hold them, know when to fold them, know when to walk away, and know when to run. You never count your money. While you're sitting at the table, there'll be time enough for counting when the dealing's done. All right. So with that being said, a little bit of a rebound today. Watch the wick at the top of the candle getting bigger. Watch the wick at the top of the candle getting bigger. A little bit of give back. But overall, still a nice up day today. Bouncing off a level of support. I like that. I'm not ready to say that I'm still ready to buy the dip yet. I need some more confirmation. All right, let's get into my viewers. Let's talk about the big news stocks that I looked at from the headlines today. Defend at the top of the list. Defend, and this is being sorted by VST. All right, the ones that towards the bottom of the list are the ones I'd be careful with. Let's talk about those. Ford, EVs. Lucid, EVs. Tesla, EVs. Rivian, EVs. Out of those, Tesla and Rivian are moving up. So if the news is saying that there's a problem with selling EVs, do you feel comfortable taking advantage of those just quite yet? Lucid is up as well. Maybe these are the people that are buying the dip. Let's go take a look at those graphs real quick. I think that the news is enough to keep them lower. Go find my 3-month. Am I ready to? So now they're moving up. Ford, not touching it. This is like MC Hammer. Can't touch that. Can't touch Ford. Ford just not good. All right. What else am I looking at? Nice move on Lucid. Is it in the fast lane? No, I'm not ready to touch it yet. All right. Let's go look at the next one. Tesla. Nice move today. In the fast lane? Nope. Not ready to touch that yet. Let's talk about Rivian. In the fast lane? No, but if you look at the graphs, Rivian has the better looking graph. Badger says, Joey, I think it ends around 2:30, but it might be 1:30. I just glanced at the portfolio challenge schedule yesterday. I leave it up to you to confirm. What are you talking about? Oh no.
Let's talk about the schedule for the
For
challenge.
the thing?
I'll look into it, yeah.
All right. Yeah, see, I did the cleaning. My coffee don't taste good. Man, I think I broke my Keurig. It's my fault. All right, Tesla is also big in energy storage system. Now, there is something that I do like about Tesla is that Tesla can move outside of just the EV space. With all of the pots that they have their hands in, U12, I'm with you. I think Tesla is a safer play in the EV space outside of just EVs. But Rivian's graph doesn't look half bad. I'd like to see it back in the fast lane before I take advantage of it. All right, so those are my EV stocks. Defend. What else? RTX, Northrop Grumman. All of these stocks are up nicely today. Again, Defend is the ETF. RTX and Northrop Grumman are individual stocks. What's up, energy? All right, let's go look at all three on the graph. I'm telling you that this is, and watch tomorrow's video. Tomorrow night's 6 p.m. video is going to talk about this in bigger detail. Look at Defend. Good, googly muggly. Look at that in the fast lane. Tesla is moving into the give money to the I'm not getting into that. Big Ron Jet says regional banks and home builder ETF are on the run. Is this due to interest rate? Yes, I think so. Especially if there's going to be a cut. I think that those are moving up in a big space, in a big way. All right, but there's the defense. Glenn, is your fast lane the third lane? Yes, Lewis. Fast lane, middle lane, slow lane. Just like if I was driving on I-85. No, actually, I-485. You can do 70 miles an hour on a 485, which means you can go about 100 miles an hour without getting caught. You didn't hear me say that. All right, so there's Defend. That's the ETF. Wow, look at RTX. All right, but that was earnings play. Look at it. But it broke outside of the Bollinger Bands. Just watch it. It might come back. But look at that move off of earnings. And then we have Northrop Grumman, also earnings. Again, beating earnings, forecasting higher going into next year. I'm telling you, the defense space is a good place to be. So, I'm so mad at you, T. I am so mad at you. What? I-90 in South Dakota. Who lives in South Dakota? Is it really 85 miles an hour? That's because you ain't got a lot of people in South Dakota. That's the reason why, Roger. You ain't got a lot of people in there, so that's why the speed limit could be 85. Sigh. You remember the days when the speed limit was 55 miles an hour? How did we get anywhere? And then when you went up to 65 in your car, you would get a big buzzer. How many of you remember that too? All right. And Roger says not much to hit up there. That's why they can go 85 miles an hour. But I remember when the speed limit was 55, and depending on what kind of car you had, once you got, T, you know I love you, bro. You know I love you. And once you got to 65 miles an hour, you would get the buzzer. Roger said he disconnected the buzzer. Yeah, my dad would have that buzzer. That was horrible. All right, so now you know why I'm heavy on the defense stocks. Tomorrow's 6 p.m. video is going to be about defense stocks as well. All right, so these were the stories that made the headline. Got a couple of sells in here. Ford, TNXP, that drug, pain drug, non-opioid pain drug through the FDA. Keep your eyes on Tonex. All right, keep your eyes on Tonex. I recently was in South Texans and speed limit was 85. Man, dang, they need to get us 85 here in Charlotte. That'd be great. Can we turn on the 3 swim lanes chart in the VectorVest phone now? No, you don't have that, Shiraj. You don't have that. All right, you were talking about the crank style cars. No, that was before my time. Where's my next one? I didn't give any MPI stuff today. I didn't give a whole lot of fish today. Right now, with the market being the way that it is, with my Christmas tree on the color guard, I didn't feel that it was prudent to give a lot of fish today. Does that make sense to everybody? You know I love to give you fish, but I'm not going to give you fish when the market can't make up its mind. I just want that to be known. I just want that to be known because Amir likes to fish. I know you all like to fish, but I'm not going to try to give you fish when the market doesn't look fish worthy. All right. South Dakota has less than 1 million people. That's why they can go 85 miles an hour. How many people we got in Charlotte, Joey? Joey's going to look that up. In New Hampshire, the speed limit is 65 and everyone is doing 80. In Massachusetts, they would arrest you and have Elizabeth. I'm not looking at that. All right. Ian Energy says, at least y'all had the people that understood the concept of a fast lane. Well, I'm glad. I love using the Star Search layout for that reason. I love using that. I'm not getting into who Elizabeth Warren is. They have a lot of elk and antelope, though. That's where the deer and the antelope play in South Dakota. All right. Portfolios. I want to go through. I told you that I had a GOP1 portfolio. There it is, right there. I started it on 520. It's up 10%. Some of the stocks got stopped out. I'm going to probably replace them, put more stocks in there. But there's Roche's in there. Wow, look at that. Janice, Roche, the new stock that came out when I talked about it. Look at the move on it, 21%. Eli Lilly and Novo Nordisk are not doing as well, but look at that. When the drug first came out and we started talking about it, I put it in the portfolio. Look at that. Look at that, Glenn. I'm talking about the fast lane on the highway in the streets. That's what I was talking about. That's what I was talking about. John says, Fishworthy, has Glenn been watching Seinfeld? You know the sponge is worth... No, I don't know that episode. All right, but interesting. What other ones do I want to look at? Hurricane-related stocks. The hurricane season ain't popping. I thought it was going to be crack-a-lacking more than this. But Akshaya said that Generac was the best stock in the list. And look at that. It's making the most money. Right behind it is Lowe's and then Allstate. So what stock? Ooh, natural gas is getting pummeled. Natural gas is getting pummeled. What else is in here? Decade stocks. Oh! All right, let's go look at my decade stocks. They're getting killed. Ooh-wee! Palantir, Apple, and Tesla. Down, down, and down. Let's go look at the decade stocks you gave me. Wow. Remember I did the video on decade stocks, though, long-term stocks, right? So you don't get panicky. These are stocks to hold for the next decade. How about Lunar's at the top of the list at 14%? Rivian is in this list. You gave me Rivian. What stocks you gave me? Wow. CrowdStrike, SM, all the tech stocks that you gave me are getting killed. Energy said Rivian for the win. Rivian is number 2 in the list. How about, remember, these are stocks that you want to hold for the decade. Now, the thing is that right now they're going down. I wouldn't panic, all right, because it's down over 7% on both of them. I'm not going to panic. These are stocks that I'm long-term bullish on. All right, so I wanted to show that. What else is here? Multi-bagger picks. Let's go to my multi-bagger search. 25%. ADMA, we're up 153%. AGS up 32%. Multi-bagger 2 is up. Wow, it's getting killed. I got no stocks. I might have to do another multi-bagger search soon. Video soon. Get more stocks up in here, but they're getting hurt too. I got I like looking at the Star Search. I got a search that just looks for the pinch on Star Search. And look at this, up 20%. You want to learn more about the pinch? I'm going to talk a little bit about that. In a minute. I'm going to talk a little bit more about the Star Search pinch in a minute. All right. Let's go back down to the viewers. How many of you are bullish on gold right now? Type a 1 in the room. I'm telling y'all, just be careful on it. But how many of you are bullish on gold right now? Type a 1 in the room. Nobody wants to be bullish on gold now? Oh, now the room wants to be silent. How many of you are bullish on gold? Lee is. Okay, Lee. Energy. I said 1. Why do you have a 3? All right. The reason why I'm asking, I want to show you what they look like today. All right. Here's my gold stocks today. All right, I watched this. Wow. Gold's getting hurt today. Getting a little bit of hurt, sure enough. A lot of ones in there. A lot of ones in there, and that's fine. Let's graph these real quick. I want you to know if it's worth it to be in them right now. Go to three-month graph. The Huey says no. I wouldn't be in gold stocks right now as a whole. But there's the dollar. That's a gold stock. Wow. For all of you who typed in one, I got just a nice little list of some gold stocks that I just want you to take a look at. All I'm trying to help you do is make a better decision in regards to if your Harmony is in there, if you're holding gold or not. Was that useful for all you guys that typed in a one? All right. Was that useful? Whether I change your mind or not, was it useful for all of you who typed a one that you're holding gold stocks? Yes or no? That's all I want. Was that useful? What you do with that information is totally up to you. And I'm not trying to twist nobody's mind to make you think about what I want you to think. But I want you to be aware for those people who are bullish in gold. All right. So let's go to oil and gas. What's going on there? Oil and gas, got a mixture. Look at that cold. Man, Janice, I'm still trying to do the day trade on cold and boil. I just can't do it. I just don't have the time to do it. Troy says, hi, Glenn. I'm about to jump into SQQQ this morning, but waited and saw the market. Yeah. I wouldn't take SQQ. I was in it. I did it as a day trade a couple of days ago. I made about 30%. It was either SOXS or SQQ. I made about 30% on the trade. I'm out of it. I got out of it this morning as I saw the wick forming on the top of the candle, Troy. So I got out of it this morning as I watched the wick form on the top of the candle and I watched the give back. I took my profit off the table. I took my profit off the table. Thank you, Badger. Badger says, free. Thank you, Badger. Badger helps us out. I love that. All right, so as far as, let's go look at commodities. Commodities just in general. All right, let's go take a look at commodities just in general. What's moving? Not a lot of movement. Lithium is up today. Energy is up today. What's down today? Natural gas, precious metals, gold, wheat, uranium. These are the things that I try to bring to your attention so you guys know what's truly going on in the market and where you need to have your money. What a move in service now. Oh, I talked about, that was one of my stocks on afternoon market action yesterday, wasn't it? It was one of my stocks. It was IBM. My two stocks for earnings coming up today was IBM and ServiceNow. Yep. All right. So David says he took SLRX and shorted from the high this morning. Daily boomer stock. There you go. Thanks for the info on TNXP. Had them back during the COVID days as well. All I want you to do with TNXP is keep your eyes on it. I think an FDA, anything dealing with the FDA, anything dealing with pain that is non-opioid is a positive sign in my book. Keep your eyes on TNXP. All right, Contras, any Contras moving? On a day like today, I might the biggest mover is real estate, DRV. DRV is the biggest mover today. No, SOX S. The bearish on the SOX is up today in DRV and SQQQ. Everything else is nope. All right. I looked at everything I wanted to look at. Let's go look for customer picks. How many likes do we have today? You know me, that for every 10 likes you get, I see it, for every 10 likes you get a stock. Right now, I got 65 likes. I'm still going to give you 10 stocks. So Surfer Boy put in a stock already. Sound, SOUN. All right, MDXG, comma CRS, which means can't remember stuff. Cash, got you. Katos, ADUS. Love in their seating thing, Eugene. Interesting. NHC, which I don't totally understand. AAPL, comma AFL. How many stocks is that? What did Badger said something? I got 10 stocks. There we go. All right, so there's the 10 stocks. Even though we only got 75 likes, I still gave you 10 stocks. What did Badger say? Now I got to go see. What did Badger say? Joey, sorry, I was busy looking for the PC Child, PC child. What the heck? Oh, challenge link. I'm about as bright as a 10-watt bulb. No, Badger, you're good. T says I skipped him. Hold on. Hold up. Wait a minute. I did. All right. He's right because it was right after Sal. MOH. All right. Sorry about that. All right. Everybody else was right in order. All right, T. I got it. I when I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I had to make sure I put it in there. All right. So we got 11 stocks. All right. Can anybody explain to me what the big deal is with the assigned seats with Southwest Air? Joe says, no, Joe, I did not. And the next person, no, I did not. AFL was the last stock I put in. So, Joe, I didn't get to you. That's what AFL was the last stock I put in. So I didn't get to you. All right. Just saying, Joe. Payback for stealing his thunder. Yeah, nah. T is like, man, I'm sorry. It got nothing to do with it. It was fine. Anybody can explain to me what the big deal is about with the assigned seating as opposed to non-assigned seating? I don't know. All right, but that made the big news. But it's up today, 6%. Every stock you gave me was up today with the exception of Addis Home Care. All right, let's go peep these stocks out. Let's go take a look. Wow. Man, look at that. Joey, you need to get you some of that right there. Need you to get you some of that. Bottom left, top right, fast lane. Boom. Cash is a position. That's a good looking. To charge for seats. Is that what it is, Ramon? Just so they can charge for seats? Well, when I buy my ticket, don't I buy my seat? I just don't understand. When I buy my ticket, don't I buy my seat? I'm just asking. All right, but you're gonna assign me a seat? Well, you make sure you assign me next to the window, because if not, I'll be free to leave. I'll be free to move about your plane and get off. Boom. That's what will happen. All right. Cash looks good. Cash rules everything around me. Cream, get the money. Dollar bill, y'all. All right, let's go to the next one. I like that stock. Wow, CRS, pinch, broke to the downside after the pinch, but quickly rebounded and went back up. Watch the wick at the top of CRS, bottom left, top right, fast lane, boom, like it. Southwest going to charge you for standing room only. I'll stand. I charge for a seat location. No one wants the middle seat. That's true. All right. Listen. I'm a bigger man. I got smaller though. I can probably sit in the middle seat now. Sigh. Do you guys know I'm right at 200 pounds, from 270 to 200 pounds? It's a lot of weight. Joey grabbed my arm yesterday and was like, man, you little. I was like, but I still bust you up. And then Joey backed off because he didn't want none of this smoke. Even a skinnier me, Joey didn't want this smoke. He didn't want this smoke. That's right. He did pick up my arm and go, man, you small. I was like, yeah. NHC, gosh, love that too. Bottom left, top right, fast lane, boom. Love that play. And notice that over the last 3 months, this stock has been in the fast lane the majority of the time. I'm going to add this to my graph. Janice, what's my 3 favorite graphs right now? Somebody's got to write them down anyway. FTAI, CAMT. Janet, you need to add this to the list. NHC. There's a fourth one. I don't remember what the fourth one was. I don't remember what the last one was. And I don't know if anybody, but that now makes, if I can remember the fourth one, 4 graphically looking stocks that I really, really like. All right, so NHC, CAMT, FTAI, and there's one more. I don't remember. Glenn, did you go back to the Marines to lose weight? Nah, I didn't do that. I'm too old for the Marines. I try to go back in the Marines now, man. I'd end up crying. All right, next one, Aflac. One more which eludes you. Yeah, there's one that eludes me. There was a graph. I don't know if I want to add Aflac to it. But Aflac looks good. Bottom left, top right, fast lane. Boom, but. Stock is moving sideways in the fast lane. I'd be careful with this. I do like that it's in the fast lane. So for this one, I'll give it a B, not a full boom, but I'll give it a B. All right. I do like the move. It is in the fast lane, but it is moving sideways. It is moving sideways. All right. Next one. ADUS. This was the only stock that was not, what was it? Hold on. What was it? ADUS. What stood out about it? I forgot something stood out about it. Anyway, bottom left, top right, fast lane, not a boom because it's on a down day. Now, it's on a down day. It's at a 3-month high, 6-month high, 1-year high. So that's something else that concerns me. It's at, right now, over the last year or so, put it on 1 year, over the last year, the stock is at an all-time high. It could be leveling. It could be getting tired. Watch out for that. Watch out now. Was it not ADMA? I don't know if it was ADMA. Anybody remember? ADMA. Put that on. Was it ADMA? I don't know. Oh, that's a 3-month graph. There it is. There it is. ADMA. Thank you for that. Who just said that? George. Janice, that's my fourth looking beautiful graph, but I wouldn't buy it now. It's in the fast. It's in the middle lane. There it is. ADMA. It was ADMA. All right. Thank you, guys. I knew you guys would come through for me. So Janice got all 4 stocks written down, right, Janice? All right. Next stock. I do like ADUS, but I would not buy it on a down day. What about him? Don't start. See, now you really want me to get after Janice because of hymns. But I can't get after Janice because of hymns because it worked out, but I'm not, hymns ain't it. And Jazz, I know you was messing with me because that's why you put that. If it's not hymns, it's Disney. So yeah, I know, Jazz. If it ain't hymns, it's Disney. So which means I'm not listening to you. Molina, was that an earnings play? Yep. But not a confident earnings play. I know you were laughing. I knew you were laughing, Jazz. I'm not feeling that. That was a move, earnings, snooze. Look at the big wick. That's a lot of give back. The stock's been beaten down. A lot of people taking their money. All right. A lot of people taking that money. I'm not feeling that. I'm not feeling that at all. All right. Next one. Apple, as much as I'm not trading Apple right now. And this is why. Stocks, bottom left, top right, not in the fast lane, not even a bar. This is a meh. This becomes a meh. I like the move, but I'm not feeling it right now. I'm not feeling it. It's in the middle lane. Today, it even got down into the slow lane. With the wick at the bottom, it got down into the slow lane. But I'm not feeling this today right either. No. And you guys know I love Apple, but I'm not in love with Apple. I'm in it when I need to and out of it when I need to. All right, next one. Ooh, MDXG. Not hitting a new 3-month high. All right? Not hitting a new 3-month high, but in the fast lane. Higher than it was 3 months ago. Did pinch. It did pinch, and look at that. I like that. Now, eventually, I'd like to see if it could take out this level of resistance at that high, which is sitting at 824. It's got some room to go. If it breaks through that, the stock definitely has upside. If you're in the stock now, I'm giving you the level of which to look for to take some off at 824. All right, to take some off at 824. But I love the pinch. I love the breakout after the pinch into the fast lane. I do like that. Your prediction on Apple was 100%. What was my what was my goal on Apple? Anybody? What was the price point? My price point was, first price point was $200, wasn't it? And that was the all-time high when I first called it, and it did it. Did I give another one? I think I did. $250. It ain't there yet. It ain't there for the $220 somewhere. Evidently, you guys are all over the place on it. I don't remember what it was. Actually, I can check. I got notes. I can check. But it might have been $250. It really might have been $250. Apple was $250. Palantir was $32, and Tesla was $250 as well. The Tesla one ain't coming true. The Tesla one ain't coming through. Doesn't look like it, but it was 250 I gave. The first prognostication was 200. We cleared that. The second one was 250. It ain't over yet. We'll see. Hopefully it gets there. All right. MDXG I like. Katos. Fast lane. You know, it's a little bit more volatile in the move. I like the uptrend. Watch the wick, though. A little bit of give back, but it's still in the fast lane. If I'm going to get into it, I'm looking at 12 cents higher than the high. Other than that, I'm not getting into it yet. Wow. Even after the seeding thing, look at the move on love. But look at the move on love over the last 3 months. Not a lot of move. As a matter of fact, it's pretty sideways. A lot of volatility. If you're not into volatile stocks, I'd leave love alone. Palantir falling again. Yes, it is. I've got stops on it. John says, Glenn, I bought VITL after you bought it. I held it up until it fell to under the 20-day. Great move. Hey, for all you folks who are brand new to the channel, you see people talking about stocks that I've talked about or that Ryan has talked about. You want to get the heads up on those stocks, make sure you subscribe to the channel. This is how everybody in VV Nation gets an alert when we do a video or we do a live stream and we talk about stocks. You want those alerts. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. So yeah, I'm talking about Palantir. I own it. Dang it, Joey. Stop touching stuff. All right. Did you need it? Go ahead. Take it if you need it. You need it? Okay. I'm going to take a look at Palantir. For anybody who's tracking Palantir with me, I got stops on it. Let's go to 3-month graph. I should have gotten out of it, but I did not. Do you know the reason why I didn't get out of it? Because it didn't hit my stop. I missed looking at the graph yesterday. I looked at it, it got its butt kicked, and I was like, son of a gun. And now I got a rebound going on today. This is why I have stops on my stocks, because I can't always, with everything that's going on, I don't always look at the graph end of the day, and I should do it more often, but I get caught out there. So I saw that it went down. I still held it. All right, technically, folks, yesterday should have been my day to get out and take my profit on Palantir. I missed it. You guys don't always have to miss it. So Dennis, that's what happened with me and why I'm still holding it. Are you going to talk about the pin shirts? Yep, I am. I'm down to one more stock that you gave me. There it is. Sound, downtrend. Even though it's got an update today, I got me wait a minute. Hold up, wait a minute. Couple of things going on with Sound. Serious level of resistance, sitting at 474. It's a little higher than it. And breaking through the downtrend. Would I buy it yet? No. Let's make sure that I'm buying on an up day where I got little to no wick on the top of it. If I'm looking for more confirmation to get into it, let's wait till it's in the fast lane. If I'm looking for more confirmation, let's look and see if it's in the fast lane. All right, that's all your stocks that you gave me today. That's all your stocks I gave you today. Palantir earnings on 8R. What's that mean? Bought Palantir at $17 after Cathie Wood bought some. That was a good play if you did that. So, where I put those somewhere? Where did I put it? Was it stocks on the fly? No. Weekly theme. There it is. So my weekly theme this week was looking at Russell 2K Star Search Pinch. So Ryan did an excellent video last night on small cap plays. I wanted to take with that and run with that. So, on a weekly, I give you a weekly theme of stocks that I'm looking at, whether it's defense stocks, GLP-1 stocks, AI stocks. I always try to give you a weekly theme of stocks that I'm looking at. This week is going to be the Russell 2K Star Search Pinch. So let me start off with the Star Search Pinch. Here's the Star Search right here. It's in the system. As long as you have ProTrader, you've got this search. Here's the Star Search. It's looking at a DPO crossover, a 20-day DPO crossing above zero, and the Bollinger Band price crossed above the upper band in the last 2 days. That's what makes the search. Then we want stocks greater than $5, average volume greater than 500,000 shares. That's a lot of shares. We want to make sure that when we're looking at these kinds of stocks, we're looking at liquidity, stock sector not equal to ETFs. All right. Soham says, hi, Glenn. This is my first time attending this. I have all my life savings in Google. I don't want to hear that. That's not good. With an average price of 182, do you think it will be going up this year? I am really messed up right now in panic. First part of that being panic, Soham. First thing, if you're brand new to the market, you should never have all of your money in one stock ever. Right? That's number one. Number two, I am going to reach out right now and help you with this. I normally wouldn't do this because I just wouldn't. So, Soham, tell you what I'm going to tell you. Are you a subscriber to the VectorVest? Oh, Sugarfoot. Whoa, goodness gracious. I got nothing good to say. I got nothing good. I got nothing that I can say. Hey, it's not the right time to be in Google. That's all that I can say. I'm not going to tell you to go sell it. I can't do that. The graph, you're not hearing it from me, you're seeing it for yourself. So Soham, what you need to do is sit down to yourself and look at that graph and make a decision. That's the best that I can tell you. That is the best thing that I can tell you, because other than that, I'm not a broker. I can't tell you what to do with that. I can't. So that is the best that I could do for you, Soham. Number one, thank you for being here. All right? Thank you for being here. But to answer your question, that's the only way that I can, unless if you know how to play options, buy a protective put, sell a covered call, something. But I that's it. All right. Let me get back to the unit search. So that's the star search. I created something called the star search pinch, where I added two other Bollinger Band criteria. Bollinger Band, price is currently below the upper band. So here's the upper band, it's below the upper band, and it's above the lower band, which makes it pinch, which makes the Bollinger Bands pinch. All right? It's currently below the upper band, but above the lower band. That's what makes the pinch. Then I took it a step further. I've got the star search pinch, but now I've gone to watch the stock watch list of the Russell 2000. There you go. All right. What is the Google open interest option for the next 60 days? I could do that real quick. Let's go tell you how I do it. Research, go to tip ranks, go to GOOGL. Let me go pull that up. Go to options. You said for 60 days. Let's go 20 strikes, expiration 726, 826, 926, 920. Let's go see what the open interest is. I can tell you, with that for Google, it'll at least tell you where the money's going. 24. What's it trading at right now? What? Oh, 200. Now, but that's going down. Oh, yeah. I think, wow. Let's go with sort by percent price change. 333. What is that? That's a 70s, man. 105. Yeah, I think that the smart money, the option money says that it's going down further. Am I reading that right, chat? I think that there's a lot more bearish feel on Google than not. Am I reading that right, chat? This is what I use to try to gauge where the price of a stock is going to potentially go. This is where I go. All right. So I just wanted to bring that up. All right. So now, that's what I did. Star Search, Pinch, Russell. From that, I came up with a list for you. These 5 stocks. And I think that that's how I picked up Dynavax. Was from this same analysis. But look at that. RPC is up 17% today. One stock is down. I'd be careful with that. But strictly from a technical standpoint, hey, how many of you like that idea of looking at Star Search, Pinch, Russell 2000? Type of 1 in the room. As you're typing that, we're getting ready to go. Type of 1 in the room. Dennis, you will only see Star Search. The other 2 I created. So if you want to see all of it, Dennis, here's a picture of it. This includes Star Search, Pinch, Russell 2000. Star Search, Pinch, Russell 2000. I'm loving this idea of being able to use the Star Search. So there you go. That's about the only fish that I'm going to give you today. All right. That's about the only fish that I'm going to give you today. All right. I'm going to go. Thank you very much, folks, for being here. I'm not going to look at the chat because Joey says I say. How many of you all agree that I say I'm going to go like 3 or 4 times before I go? Type of 1. If you don't agree with that, type of 2. How many of you think that I say I'm going to go like 3 or 4 times? Stop it, Joey. How many of you think that I type I'm going to go 3 or 4 times before I go? Stop it, Joey, before I go.
You said it's 4 times.
Well, it's because I'm trying to stop you from putting trash up there. All right. I'm not going to say nothing.
Oh, there you go. You have it.
No, I don't have it.
Yes,
I think it's fake
it.
news. I think what they put up there was fake. T, you agree with that? Kiwi, you agree with that? Fine. All right, folks.
You do it.
Fine, folks. I'm getting ready to go.
Here's 1.
I'm getting ready to go. That's it.
Now there's 3.
I'm so mad at all of you. I'm so mad at all of you. All right, folks. Adios. Arrivederci. Ciao. Au revoir. Au revoir. Sayonara. Aloha to all my peeps in Hawaii. I'm still praying for all the people who need rain. Praying for all the people who got too much rain. Odabo. Bom dia. Salam. Shalom. Namaste. I'm so mad at all of y'all. Yasu. Don't forget to catch Ryan's video tonight, the 6 p.m. video. Don't forget to catch me tomorrow on the live stream for the mobile app and the 6 p.m. video. Have a great day, folks. See ya.